Hello everybody, it's Cecilia. Welcome to Ancient Healing Crystals. Today we are going to be talking about how to cleanse crystal energy. So to start off, when do you need to cleanse crystal energy? When do you need to cleanse it? Working with crystals is a practice and learning to work with your intuition. So it's something that at first you might start with kind of like a schedule of like, I'm gonna cleanse it every new moon, once a month or twice a month or whatever works for you. But then it's something that you can kind of turn into an intuitive practice of when you feel you need to cleanse the energy of a certain crystal or all your crystals. So there is no hard and fast rules about crystals. And that is part of the fun of them, is learning to work with your intuition with them. So a great place to start could be with the new moon and full moon for cleansing your crystals. Another great way to tell if crystals need an energy cleanse is if you have done some heavy work, like a deep meditation with a crystal, and you've worked through a bunch of energy with that crystal. It might be good to just practice cleansing the energy and getting that crystal energetically reset. If you have crystal displays in your house, like an altar or just like crystals on a shelf or wherever, a good way to tell if the energy is getting stagnant is if the altar or display, the crystal display, starts to kind of look like background noise. You're not even noticing as much. That's when the energy can kind of get stagnant. That's when you can tell that the energy is a little bit stagnant, when it's no longer really catching your eye. So when to cleanse crystals, it's really up to you. There is no hard or fast rules. Learning to tap into your intuition, like maybe your crystal display needs cleansing today, and maybe your palm stone you worked with needs cleansing today, but the rest of them are okay. That is something that you can start to play around with. Or maybe you just do a big crystal cleanse once a month, and that's your routine. So it's really up to you to figure out what's right for you. And how to cleanse. So you can cleanse crystals in a number of different ways. And this is fun to play around with and just see what kind of works for you. I've played around with a few different ways, and there's one that I really stick to personally, which is smoke cleansing, but you might find something else that some other way you really like to cleanse your crystals. And so just like with charging crystals and working with them, the most important thing is your intention. So the simplest, easiest way you can cleanse a crystal is actually with your own energy. So grab your crystal that you want to cleanse, hold it in your hand, and set that intention of it being cleansed. Hold that intention. Visualize white light coming through your arm into the crystal. Visualize that crystal being cleansed energetically. That's a really simple way to cleanse, like holding that intention that it's cleansed and creating that cleansing effect with your own energy. That's like one really, really easy way you can do it. You can do it. There's something on my hand. Chocolate ice cream from earlier. I just cleansed my energy. That is one really simple way that you can do it. With your own energy. You can also, if you've got a crystal altar going on, you can visualize energy coming out of your palm and directing that cleansing energy into the crystals. So with that, the most important thing is your intention. Holding that intention, holding that energy of having the crystal cleansed, and then just trusting that it is done. Some more tangible ways that you can cleanse crystals are you can bury crystals in the ground, bury them kind of in a bowl of salt, a bowl of dirt. That is a way that people cleanse them energetically. You can set them out in the moonlight and set the intention for the moon to cleanse them. You can set them out in the sunlight and set the intention for the sun to cleanse them. You can run them underwater. Just turn on the tap and hold your crystal under the water and visualize all of the negative energy coming off of the crystal. You can bring them out into nature with you and hold them in the river. Don't let go of them. Hold them in like a river or a stream. There are some crystals that don't like sunlight too much. There are some crystals that don't like water too much, so just be mindful. If you get a new crystal that you haven't worked with before, it doesn't hurt to just do a quick Google search and see like, okay, can this crystal get wet? Does this crystal fade in sunlight? And so that's good to keep in mind to just make sure you're not doing the like a cleansing that will end up harming your crystal in the long run. So you're not like doing it over and over and over again. My favorite is smoke. So you can get some incense or some Palo Santo or sage and light it and use the smoke to like wave around and visualize that energy being cleared. Smoke is also great for cleansing the area of your space. And so I like smoke personally because I like to do all my crystals at once, like my whole desk full of crystals, my whole dresser full of crystals, just get them all cleansed. And then the smoke is like a great, just like physical representation of that cleansing when it smells nice because of the incense or the smoke. So those are a few ways to cleanse crystals. Let me know if you guys have any other ways. It really is just a matter of finding what works for you, finding what you're excited about, and finding like a balance that works for you. You don't need to cleanse a crystal every single time you use it. You don't need to cleanse your space every single day, but it's fun to get into a routine of like, okay, I'm gonna cleanse this energy, or like I'm sensing that this crystal has picked up some dense energy, I'm gonna cleanse it. Another way, I just remembered this, selenite, which I have some here. Selenite is a crystal that is constantly cleansing itself. The makeup of it, the like structural makeup of selenite, along with a few other crystals, is such that it doesn't hold on to negative energy. It's continually cleansing. And so you can even use selenite to cleanse your crystal like that. You can use selenite to cleanse yourself. You can get like selenite bowls and plates and place crystals on top of them with the intention of the selenite cleansing. Another self-cleansing crystal, actually, it's really cool, is citrine. Citrine is a self-cleansing crystal, and so this is another one where it's not going to be holding on to all this negative energy, and you can actually use it to direct that kind of cleansing energy into other crystals or your space or whatever. So there's citrine as well. Another one that is self-cleansing is kyanite. And so there's quite a few of these self-cleansing crystals. And so you can kind of just experiment, play around. Maybe it's a good idea for you to get like a selenite bowl and put crystals in there. Maybe it's a good idea for you to get like a citrine point and use that to kind of direct cleansing energy. You get to play around and see what's right for you. Kyanite is also one that is cleansing, self-cleansing. Here's a piece of kyanite right here. This could even be a little cleansing plate for other crystals. you get to play around with it, and that is the fun of crystals. So that is how to cleanse crystals. I hope you enjoyed. Just remember, there are no hard and fast rules. You get to play around with it. You get to see what works. I would highly recommend trying out a few different ways and see what works for you, and just trust in your intuition. Trust that you know when a crystal has picked up on some funky energy and you can cleanse it. You can cleanse it simply with your energy or in some other fun way with the sun, the moon, the earth, sound healing. There's another one. You can actually place like cleansing, healing, vibrational, sound healing music. Play it for your crystals. You can also get like one of those sound healing bowls. Use it around your crystals. Use actual sound healing to cleanse them. There's another way. Figure out what works for you and have fun with it. There is no one right or wrong way, and I hope you and your crystals enjoy being cleansed. Bye.